words, I conclude my speech. Thank you one and all for your kind attention. Have a wonderful day. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.
Time is 4 minutes 44. 4 minutes 20. Next, token number C5.
Seven.
Check.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Start.
Very sweet and a meaningful afternoon to one and all present here. Respected judges, honorable teachers, and my fellow competitors. My token number is C5. Today, I feel very honored to stand before you and share my thoughts on a topic that defines our shared identity and our collective future. The role of students in a nation building. Often, when people talk about building a nation, they point to our massive factories, long highways, and big government budgets. But if we look closely, the true blueprint of a nation's future is not drawn in the corporate boardrooms. It is drawn right here on the blackboards of our classroom. The legendary leader once said that the education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. And as a student, we are not just the consumers of this education. We are the keepers of this weapon. And our primary duty as a student for our nation is to sharpen this weapon. But what does the actual nation building mean for someone who is wearing a school uniform? It doesn't mean that we have to wait until we get a degree, a job, or a political title. Nation building is a daily habit. Let me share you a real-world example. A few years ago, a group of college students noticed that poor children living near a local railway station had no access to their books and their schools. And instead of complaining about the system, these college students started an open-air school right on the railway platform. And they called it a platform school. Today, hundreds of those children can read and write. Those college students didn't wait for budget. They just used their own knowledge to lift up others. And this can be definitely known as the nation building. Look around us today. Young minds are developing the apps to help the local street vendors like digital payments. And students are organizing the tree plantation drives in their neighborhoods. And young minds are creating the eco-friendly alternatives for the plastic bags for their science fairs. Every time you choose an honesty over cheating in an exam, you are building a corruption-free nation. Every time you stand up for your classmate who is being bullied, you are building a peaceful nation. Every time you turn off the running tap to save the water, you are preserving the nation's resources. My dear friends, our former president and a great scientist, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, once used to say that the youth have ignited minds. And that ignited mind is the most powerful resource of this entire earth. And as a student, we must stop asking what has the country done for me and start asking what I can do for my country. Because we are not just the citizens of tomorrow, we are the change makers of today. But unfortunately, in today's generation, we cannot honestly discuss about the role of students in nation building without confronting the crisis currently shaking out our education system. The NEET and TET paper leaks. When a competitive exams for future doctors and a qualifying test for future teachers are being compromised, it doesn't just crush individual dreams. It fractures the moral infrastructure of our entire country. But this is where our real responsibility as a student begins. Because nation building is not about just building infrastructure. It's about defending our integrity. And we must prove that the true potential of a youth cannot be leaked, bought, or stolen. And that the future of this nation will be built on honest excellence and not compromised systems. In this situation, I would like to remind you the starring verse of Swami Vivekananda. Arise, awake, and don't stop until your goal is reached. And let us walk out this auditorium today with a promise. A promise that whatever profession we choose in our future, whether we become doctors, engineers, artists, or teachers, will perform our duties with absolute integrity and a love for our homeland. And I would like to conclude my speech with a meaningful thought. That is, we must work together to build a better tomorrow and build a better future nation
28 seconds. 4 minutes 28 seconds. Next token number 6 is ready? Start. Are you ready? Start.
Imagine on one side the sound of gunfire, skies filled with smoke, and tears of innocent people. On the other side, the cheerful chirping of birds, the laughter of children, and families living together with happiness. Then which one of these two worlds would we choose? The answer is obvious: the world of peace. Because where there is peace, there is love, there is progress, there is development, and there is humanity. So, honorable dance, respected judges, and all my dear friends, today I am here to put my thoughts on the topic: peace is better than war. No, peace is always better than war. Friends, when we hear the word war, we think of fear, loss, and destruction, where homes are destroyed, families are separated, and countless lives are affected. Even the side that wins the war pays a heavy price. War may force people to surrender, but cannot force them to trust, to love, and to live happily together. But whenever we hear the word peace, we think of kindness, understanding, safety, and most important, we think of the freedom to live without any fear. Friends, I want to ask a question. Whenever we fight with someone, then do we feel happy afterwards? No, we don't. We only find happiness when we apologize, forgive, and maintain peace. If peace is the answer in our mind, our school, and our communities, then why not it should be the answer for nations too? Yeah, I agree. While there are some situations where a nation must defend itself, war should always be the last option. But after every war ends, people eventually return to negotiation and peace. If peace is the final goal, not be pursued from the beginning. Friends, the impact of war always thrills the world. For example, America's nuclear attack on Japan creates huge destruction. Nowadays, each and every country ready with their missiles. But if unfortunately Third World War would happen, then not a single human will alive on the earth. That's why I believe that peace is better than war. Friends, our world does not need more hatred, it needs more compassion. Our world does not need more weapons, it needs more understanding. And our world does not need more violence, it needs more courage to understand, to listen, and to work together. The greatest leaders in the history are not often remembered for the wars they fought. They are remembered because of the peace they have created. Their legacy lives on because they united people instead of dividing them. The greatest victories are not won on the battlefield, they are won in the hearts of people. It reminds me of a story. One day, Sant Eknath Maharaj was going to take a holy bath in a river. At that time, one man wanted to make him angry, so he spat on him. At that time, many people would get angry and fight back. But Eknath Maharaj did something different. He just smiled at him, quietly went back to the river, took another bath, and continued walking. The man again spat on him. This happened many times, but Eknath Maharaj never lost his temper. He stayed calm. At last, the man felt ashamed and he fell at Eknath Maharaj's feet and asked for forgiveness. At that time, Eknath Maharaj smiled and calmly said, "Don't worry, wake up. You have actually helped me. Because of you, I get the opportunity to take the holy bath for 108 times." Friends, that story teaches us real strength is not in fighting back, it is in staying calm. Peace is not the sign of weakness. It takes far more courage to forgive. It takes greater strength to build than to destroy. It takes greater wisdom to solve the problem than to create them. That's why Lord Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, true peace is not found in conquering others, but it found in conquering with our mind. War brings temporary victory, but peace brings long-lasting happiness, progress, and prosperity to humanity. Lastly, I don't ask you to remember my speech. I ask you to remember one simple truth. and that is every war begins with hatred, but every peaceful future begins with one act of kindness. As Mahatma Gandhi says, be the change that you wish to see in the world. So friends, let's try to be the generation which chooses peace over war, love over hatred, and humanity. Because at the end, peace is always better than war. Thank you so much.
Time is 4 minutes 41 seconds. Time is 4 minutes 41 seconds. Next token number is C7.
Sir, सांगतो.
Are you ready? Start.
Respected teachers, honorable judges, and my dear friends, a very pleasant good afternoon to all of you. Before I begin, let me ask a simple question. Can a nation become great without responsible students? No. Yes. The answer is big no, because the future of every nation is shaped in its classrooms. Today, I feel honored to speak on the topic role of students in nation building. Students are the future of every nation. Strength of the country depends on its young generation. If students are honest, disciplined, and hardworking, nation will definitely progress. Nation will definitely progress. Students should not only focus on studies, but also develop good values like honesty, kindness, responsibilities, and respect for others. These qualities makes good human being. Students should avoid bad habits, protect the environment, respect the law, and help people in need. Develop India is possible only when every student becomes a responsible citizen. Today's students are tomorrow's leader. This famous saying reminds us that the future of every nation depends on the students. Students are not only the learners but also the builders of better tomorrow. A nation becomes stronger not only because of its army or economy, but of educated, disciplined, and responsible students. Yes, students. A first duty of every student is to study sincerely. Education is the strongest weapon to remove poverty, ignorance, and inequality in society. An educated student can bring the positive change into society through knowledge and innovation. Students are also playing an important role in protecting environment by planting trees, saving water, avoiding plastic, and spreading awareness. They help to build a cleaner and greener nation. In today's digital world, students should use technology wisely. Instead of wasting time on social media, they should use it for learning new skills, gaining knowledge, and creating innovation ideas. Many great leaders start
Why not one of us? Yes, we are the nation builders of India. We are the nation builders of India. At last, I just want to say, we are not just students preparing for examinations. We are not just students preparing for examinations. We are the citizens preparing for building our nation. We are the citizens preparing for building our nation. Thank you. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.
Time is 5 minutes. Token number 8.